Here is our Lab4 demo, and this is our team name and the group mate in our group. Here is the SQL we need to put into the database, and here are the tables we create. And first one, we grab the data from Yahoo for a period in 7 years and interval for 1 day. And then we do 3 models. The first one is the perfect models. I do the training and then select the best model. Here I separate the training with 2 models. The first one, I have the node with weekly, and then the second one is weekly and daily. And then based on the error, the MAE, MMS, RMSE, we find that the one with daily and weekly performs better. And then the next one is the real model I use. First, we get the stocks from the database. And then for each one, we build the forecast data for 30 days. And we use the trade date and the close price for the training the model. And finally, we can get the period with 30 days. And then each one we can have the forecast date, predict price, and predict lower and predict upper. And then I use another method to insert it into a new table that has the information. And then I also do another one is the moving average. I select to do the 5 days, 15 days, and 200 days for each one. And I select the 350 days from now to before, and then select the last one, which means is yesterday or is the last day SMA for each stock. And then also use another method to put it into a new database or new table, which has the value.
Yeah, I do the LSTM training part. First, I pre-process, extract the data from the raw data set. Then I pre-process all the data. I fill the non-data with the nearest filling and do the scalar, the min-max scalar to normalize the data. Then I create sequences with the 80% to 20% of the training and the validation data set. After data preprocessing, I create the multi-stock LSTM model, which has 128 hidden sites and 3 hidden layers and some optimization like using the add-on as the optimizer and the MSE as the criterion, the loss calculation. Then I train the dataset with the 200 epochs. I use the early stopping rule so that the calculation won't be wasted once the model isn't improving too much in past epochs. Then after training the 7 years raw data process the data, I save the best model in a separate data set and also the min-max scalar in the separate data set. Then I tune the model with the latest information. In the separate model tuned Python file, I also process the data using the filling and the saved scalar. And then I calculated using the same MSE loss to train the model. Use the last 30 days for evaluation sequences, the last 6 days for fine tuning. And the fine tuning model is using Adam's MSE with the linear regression. This is my using MAE, RMSE, MAPE, and the directional accuracy. Finally, I predict today's prediction stock price and save it in the database.
So now we have all the predicting algorithm. So we're gonna have a mocking environment to test the performance of our algorithm. And in this environment, we have 16 stocks, and we're gonna fetch the real-time data as our input into the LSTM and the profit models to get our prediction price, and then we're gonna combine the results from the two models and also the buy sell rule. We decide to generate a signal for each stocks. So specifically for the buy sell rule we have, so if the return on worst case is higher than a threshold that we decided, and also the price, the current price is uh the prediction price is larger than the moving average of the previous 50 days, and also the moving average of the previous 50 days is larger than the moving average of the previous 200 days. When then we decided the signal for this stock is to buy. And on the other hand, if the return on best case is lower than a threshold, and also the current price is, I mean the prediction price, also we call current price here, is lower than the moving average of the previous 50 days. We decided the signal for this stock is to sell. If the both case is not this, if we are not, we are both, we are either case, so we just return the hold signal. And so right now we just generated the signals for all the stocks, and then in this trade we yeah, we're gonna, so first we just sell all the stock that with a signal of a sell. So we just gonna gain cash from, we have more money by selling the stocks, and also the holdings. We have a we have a holding to keep a track of the share for each stock. So here we have the holdings for this stock is gonna be 0. And the next step is to buy, and we have So during the buy process, we just buy the stock that we buy the stock with a signal of buy. So we just consume money based on weight of each stocks, and so and also we have more share. We store the share of each stock in the holdings. And finally, we also gonna compute the portfolio value. And overall, we can see here, this is our result of the first trade. And at the first, we have $10,000, and then and as you can see that all our 16 stocks has a share of 0, which means that the signal for each cell based on our predicting algorithm is hold. So we just do nothing, and the share is just gonna stay at 0. And we can also here. So we have also compute the daily return. So since we all just have 0 shares, so the daily return just gonna be 0%.